Yeah, some were wounded, Brian, and never knew what hit them. Obviously, there was no use to shoot them back to an aid station or a hospital. Those who had what one today would call superficial wounds, or even a broken leg, were taken care of immediately. Yes, there was good medical service for us if they could get to them. Now, of course, if you were way up in the front in an attack mode, sometimes enemy fire prevented even the aid men from getting up to the wounded. But in most cases, they were evacuated quickly and efficiently to go back to the nearest aid station or field hospital.
Was there a sense then that if you were wounded, you had a decent chance of survival, if obviously you didn't have a more serious wound?
Yes, I think that was the general assessment. If some wounds were obviously not healable, and but the aid men did the best they could. I think the best pictures came out of the Pacific. I've seen many reels of evacuation of wounded there, which was exactly what happened in Europe, but for some reason there seemed to be better coverage of it photographically in the Pacific area. But they were evacuated as expeditiously as they could be and taken care of. And of course, as you know, some were flown back to the States. Seriously wounded people that didn't have the facilities in Europe, although they had fine medical treatment areas in Europe, but some had to be flown back to the States as soon as possible, and they were.
And then as an officer serving over men, did you experience the phenomena where a man would get wounded and then come back to the front a little faster than it probably should have or would have under normal circumstances to be with the men?
No, because he wouldn't be allowed to go up to the front until the doctors had cleared him. I didn't see any of this, to hell with that bandage, I'm going up to be with my buddies. No, that's good theater, but it really didn't happen that way. You stayed in the aid tent or the field hospital until you were officially released. Now, as in my case, I didn't stay there very long because my wound was not threatening my life. I bled a lot, and they kept me back there long enough to make sure I was in control of my faculties, but then they sent me back up to the front to fight, which is proper, which it should be. But others who were sent back were adjudged not to be fit to go back to the front, and so they were evacuated further back.